Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Owens here. So the one thing I wanted to go over with us today was the big part of the outline, which I want you guys to have finished up by this evening. So it's Monday morning right now. I want you guys to have this finished up by this evening. So a few things that I noticed, just people turning them in so far. So I'm going to go back into the actual sample just to show you a few things because again, you need a claim. The claim is answering the question, are GMO seeds good or are GMO seeds bad for America? You are going to say, your claim is going to say something along the lines of GMO seeds are bad for America or GMO seeds are good for America. There we go. So those are the two things that you can choose. Those are the two options you have to choose from. Then you have to list your reasons. Now, again, guys, the reasons are not evidence. The reasons are not individual piece of evidence. I've seen a few people put with GMO seeds being good for America. Few people put they have a lot of vitamin A, things like that. That is not a reason. That is a piece of evidence that backs up the reason. So the reason would be something along the lines of they have health benefits. So if you wrote, let's just make a note of that. If you are on the good side, they have health benefits. Fingers. So they have health benefits would be, there we go. They have health benefits. That would be the reason for why GMO seeds are good for America. And then the evidence you would use would be something along the lines of the vitamin A included in the actual rice from the Hank Green video. So that was a big thing. I noticed a lot of people were putting evidence up here. You need to make sure that you're putting reasons. Now, again, I've read through a lot of hooks. They're very good. I have some in-depth ones that go a lot deeper than this, and that's awesome. I love it. Background information. All you're doing is, all right, thanks. All you're doing is defining what a GMO is. GMOs are genetically modified organisms and usually contain chemicals. These GMOs are in everything we eat. That's just an example of how one would define this. GMOs are genetically modified organisms. So this statement right here needs to contain that GMOs are genetically modified organisms. Oh my gosh, go away. So then you have your thesis. Now your thesis is a combination, if we go back to the top, it's a combination of this and these three. It's a combination of your pre-writing of this plus these three. Oh God, something horrible is going to happen. All right. And these three statements right here. So you would say GMO seeds are bad for America because they are filled with chemicals. We don't know if they're dangerous and they hurt the environment. That is what your thesis is. And that is, we call it a thesis because it is your thesis. And on top of being your thesis, you are listing your three reasons. So thesis plus three reasons equals thesis. See the little play on words? Three as in the number three, and then thesis as in a thesis. Okay, good. Then your body, paragraph 1, again, transition to begin with. And then you have to list the first reason. Tell me what that first reason is. Then evidence from the text. You have to give me the evidence from the text. Now, this is where you give the evidence from the text. So you have to go into your 4 different sources. Now, again, those 4 different sources are right here. The potato article, the GMO OMG notes from the documentary, the Hank Green notes from the Hank Green from the SciShow video we watched, and then the GMO OMG from On the Worst Dilemma. That's what OD stands for. So the 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are your 4 pieces of evidence you're choosing from because that is what we're using when we do the sample GMO outline. So you need to make sure you are gathering evidence from one of those 4 sources and you are finding a piece of evidence that backs up what you are saying here. So you are saying GMO seeds are bad for America because they are filled with chemicals. Awesome. Now you have to show that these chemicals are in these GMO seeds. So you have to find two pieces of evidence that show how this is going on, how those GMO seeds are filled with chemicals. Then your reasoning is, how does that evidence relate to that specific claim? How does that evidence relate to this claim? And that's going to be your reasoning. This helps prove our thesis because herbicide, chemical that is poisonous to bugs, is sprayed on GMOs and put on our plate. That means we're consuming dangerous chemicals every day. And then evidence 2, in USDA approves modified potatoes, it says the chemical causes cancer in rodents and is a suspected human carcinogen. Now, then it goes into, again, reasoning to back it up. That is what you're doing for all 3 body paragraphs. You are figuring out what the claim is or what that reason is for this paragraph, which is going to be that we don't know if they're dangerous, and then you're going to find evidence, back it up with reasoning. Explanation of evidence, how does this help prove your thesis? Then your second piece of evidence, then your reasoning. And you do that again with the third one, because they hurt the environment. Again, these 3 body paragraphs, 1, 2, 3, all relate to 1, 2, 3. 1, filled with chemicals. 2, dangerous. 3, hurt the environment. 1, filled with chemicals. 2, dangerous. 3, hurt the environment. And then you're backing everything up. The conclusion now is just to transition the conclusion by restating your thesis in a different way. To sum it up, GMOs are bad for us because they are made from chemicals that can possibly put us in danger and they damage the environment. Saying your thesis in just a different way. Then summarize your body paragraphs. We talked a lot about summarizing. Take all of the information you had up here in all 3 of these reasoning body paragraphs, and sum up what you're trying to say. The most important things you were trying to say, 2 to 3 sentences right here. And then a powerful closing clincher that really leaves that person going, wow, you are right. Now, this whole thing we want to get done by this evening. So try to get this done, try to submit it, because tomorrow we will start working on the argument assignment, actually, which we already did because we've already pretty much done it right here, as you know, when we did our other one. Now all you're going to do is type it up into a whole entire essay and you're done, just like we did before, and I'll have a whole entire thing going into that later this week. So that's that. Hopefully you guys, if you have any questions, again, hit me up. I can check all the things that are going on, so I want you guys to make sure that you're checking everything. I'm going to put this on the YouTube thing, so you guys should all get it. I haven't had any complaints when I've been putting on YouTube. It takes a while for some reason up here. It takes like a while because I think Screencastify, since everyone in the entire country / world is currently quarantined and working from home, this is a little bit of more than they ever thought was going to be possible. So that's that. Yep. Also tomorrow we have a little surprise, special little fun thing that I have planned for you guys for your little activity tomorrow. So our activity today, again, get this outline completed. Your activity for tomorrow will be fun. I promise. I'll show you something. I know this is a tough week, again, because you're quarantined, you're starting to get bored. You're like, how many video games can I play? And then some of you are like 1,000. But again, it's starting to get a little boring. I get it. You're starting to get a little stir crazy. So I want you guys to just stay the course. And plus, I know some of you are frustrated because tomorrow we are going to go to Mount Misery. So trust me, I'll make it up to you. We'll make it work. It will be fun. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know immediately. I'll be checking the comments all day. So if you have a question, just let me know. Other than that, we should be good to go. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and everyone's being safe and doing what they're supposed to. All right. Bye, guys.